I think Chenin Blanc has been underrated, and sadly so, for so long. And it's wonderful now that the Standard Bank have come forward and given us this brilliant competition and the opportunity to showcase Chenin Blanc. Chenin Blanc in South Africa is a hidden gem. It's absolutely a wine that everyone should drink. And the beauty about it, it drinks well from bargain basement wines to absolutely top of the range wines. I mean, Chenin Blanc ranges from 25 Rand in retail to 250, 300 Rand. And I think it gives more value for that price than many other wines. So I think it's a gem that South Africa has, and the world needs to know about it.
There are quite a few other categories that aren't nearly as much fun, but Chenin's always a blast. And yeah, it's I think we try to reward as many different styles as possible, and hopefully there'll be wines across all price points as well for people to go and explore.
So the last couple of days have been very intense and very interesting, looking at 126 different Chenin Blancs in a wide variety of styles, and that's one of the things about Chenin that is really interesting, that South African Chenin does encompass a huge range of different styles, and it's such a versatile grape. That's one of its strengths, but I think it's also a complicating factor when it comes to communicating with consumers about what they're going to expect when they buy a bottle of Chenin Blanc. We've seen some really nice, fresh, fruity, unoaked styles. We've also seen some kind of rich, bolder, more intense oak styles. And so, you know, between those two spectrums, you've got a wide range of different flavors. And I think the nice thing is we found really good wines in all those different styles. So I think all of us are really interested to see what the final list, the top 10 that we've chosen is, because we think they're really interesting wines. We think they cover a spectrum of different styles, ranging from that very fresh, unoaked style to the fuller, richer style. We won't know for a while, but I think there'll be some surprises there when the final list is revealed.
Really some iconic wines there that really stood out, but I must say that the average wines were really great. There wasn't a huge gap in terms of quality from the iconic wines to the what I call everyday drinking. I think the quality is there. It's a shining example of what South African wines are about.
It was a fab tasting, I have to say. 126 really top quality wines. A few that had a fallout along the way, unfortunately. A category that I think is struggling a little bit in South Africa. And I do believe that this Chenin Blanc Association and this tasting that Standard Bank has hosted will go a long way to giving Chenin Blanc some direction. From a retail perspective, I think that it could constitute a huge percentage of white wine from a buyer's perspective, and I do believe that Standard Bank has done an amazing job for the actual grape in getting it out to the communities and explaining that Chenin is not just a one-dimensional dry white wine or off-dry white wine, depending upon the style. It is a grape for the people. It's definitely the Volkswagen Beetle, and it can also be the Rolls-Royce.
Look, it's probably the most fun category to judge. It's something that I was looking forward to. I prefer not to taste more than 100 wines in one day, but with something like Chenin Blanc, I don't mind tasting that much. It's so easy on the palate. But we could have picked a top 50 in this category of 131. That's the beauty of Chenin, I think. There's always a big chunk of quality across all of the entries and across all of the styles.